What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Tell Me Why. In the previous video, we wrapped up Chapter 1. It ended just about the way I thought it would, but there was also some new revelations that kind of threw me for a loop. Now we have the confirmation of the existence of this Mad Hunter entity. So I'm guessing some kind of supernatural being. And it was something that was probably messing with their mother's head. And I don't know how it's going to play into the story, but I'm very interested to see how it does. Anyway, continue. We're jumping right back into it. No hesitation. Chapter 2 of 3. Wonder if we're going to get another whole ass 4 hours out of it. Let's find out, shall we?
Once
Oh,
upon
recap.
a time, in a deep and ancient forest, there lived a pair of crafty goblins.
The classic don't nod recap. Yeah, go on. Tell me what I did.
The crafty goblins did everything together, until one day, when darkness overwhelmed the big wooden house in which they lived.
Blamed for the darkness, Brother Goblin was forced to leave the forest, while his sister had to stay behind.
10 years later, they were finally reunited, and together, they decided to confront the darkness in the big wooden house.
Though they sought the help of their friends in the forest, they found that no one wanted to delve into the long-gone past.
This is how the goblins found themselves alone in the woods, trying to discover why darkness had submerged the big wooden house.
Okay.
Tomorrow we should play Compass and North Star in the woods.
Be sure to wear your hat then.
You be sure to wear your hat.
All right, who wants ice cream?
Me!
Eat up.
Okay, so that took place that same night.
Without a word, she went out and buried the tiara in the ground beneath the sapling. And as the final scoop of dirt fell, the tiara felt truly gone, and with it, the final link to her old self.
Oh.
She could only go forward and find a new place for herself in this world, where she was no longer truly a princess in a tiara and a beautiful gown, but a wan woman, alone in a deep and ancient wood. And that was how the princess lost her most precious treasure, and her title.
I don't like that story. There were no goblins, and it was depressing.
We won't read it again.
I love you, Mom. Not me. Just kidding. Love you, Mom.
Mwah. I love you too.
Okay.
Sleep well and dream, my doves.
Okay. So clearly it's like the influence of this Mad Hunter entity that messed up the mother.
Ollie?
And then she's gonna hear Allison help.
Ollie?
Oh, the scissors just happened to be set there.
What a waste.
Drinking the melted ice cream. Nice.
Allison! Ollie? Allison, help!
Almost like those scissors were placed there intentionally. Uh-huh. Oh, I see it. I see it. I saw it in the trees. I saw the figure in the trees. Uh-huh. Then I guess it's gonna be behind her.
We need to call for help. Allison.
Somebody standing there at the edge. Oh no.
I killed Mom. I killed her.
Tell me why. Tell me why you did that. Family secrets. So both chapters start off the same. It's like chapter 1 starts off with Tyler, in the police interrogation, be like, "I did it. I killed my mother." And now that's how chapter 2 is gonna start off, is with Allison be like, "I killed Mom. I did it. I killed her." I wonder how chapter 3 is gonna start out. It's gonna be both of them's like, "We did it. We killed Mom." Ooh. Did they really mark themselves again on the height chart? The song got them vibes though. Can't even front. I'm just loving the vibes of the song. Nice little montage. I can respect it. Right, the book.
Hey. You doing alright?
Nope.
I thought coming here would be closing a chapter of our lives, you know?
But it was only the first chapter of 3.
Instead, we've spun off a whole miserable prequel trilogy.
Oh, just you wait. You have no idea how trilogy it's about to get.
Okay,
That makes no sense, but I
No.
said it anyway.
we're not letting ourselves do this again. Come on, up. Mind-numbing labor's a great way to forget your troubles.
Can't we just have coffee instead?
No. On your feet, soldier. Let's take a break from packing and sort out the furniture.
Oh, yay.
If we get enough done, I'll drive you into town and buy you a gallon of ice cream.
Mint chocolate chip, 2 gallons. Let's do this.
Everything in that room, trash.
Goblin face is keep. $sign is donate or sell, and trash can is, well, trash. By the way, I cleared out most of the stuff from the bathroom this morning, but I left you the toilet.
How very generous of you.
Okay, I want to read some of these stories, though. There's clearly something... I want to read anything that has to do with the Mad Hunter. Anything at all. The goblins tricked the Mad Hunter. Once upon a time in the castle just beyond the ancient deep forest, the Mad Hunter was punished by the Gold Lady for failing to return the Wise Princess. For your failure, said the Gold Lady, I will take your left hand. You will return to the ancient deep forest and hunt the Wise Princess, and if you can bring her back, I will return your hand to you. Fail again, and I will take your right hand. The Mad Hunter could hunt with just his right hand, but if he lost both hands, he would never be able to hunt again, and would no longer be a Mad Hunter, but only a madman. So the Mad Hunter returned to the ancient deep forest, searching with his piercing eye for the Wise Princess. The crafty goblins were out searching for mischief when they saw the Mad Hunter on the prowl. We cannot let him find the princess, said the goblins, and so they devised a plan. It was wash day, and the princess had hung her beautiful gown out to dry. They stole it from the lion and stuffed it full of straw, and then returned to where the Mad Hunter was scouring the paths of the forest. As the Mad Hunter turned down a path that would have led him straight to a big wooden house, the goblins danced the straw princess in and out of view in the opposite direction. The ruse worked. The hunter fixed his piercing eye on them and followed. Through the day and into the night, they led him away from the true princess. As night fell, the crafty goblins realized the error in their plan. The Mad Hunter was now hunting them. If he caught them, he would not be kind, so they put their heads together to come up with a plan. It did not take them long to realize where they should go. They led the Mad Hunter to the edge of the deep and icy lake, and when he came into view, they weighed the fake princess down with stones and dropped her into the frigid water. Careful not to plunge into the depths themselves, lest the moon hag take her revenge on them. The Mad Hunter removed his clothing and dove in after the fake princess. He followed the shape of the sinking princess deep into the chilly water, down below where ice covered the lake's surface. Finally he caught her, but when he spun her toward him, he realized she had no head, and that her body was stuffed with straw. And then he felt a slippery fin brush his shoulder as the moon hag loomed overhead. The next morning the princess went to retrieve her gown from the clothing line and found that it was gone. She immediately suspected the goblins of mischief and called, Goblins, did you take my gown? The goblins emerged from their cave and nodded sadly. Now what will I wear? Asked the princess, sad and angry that she had lost her only dress. Let us explain, said the goblins. So they told the princess the story of the Mad Hunter, and then they produced his clothing, which was a bit large for the princess, but much warmer than her beautiful gown. She immediately forgave them. Thank you, my friends, she said, for rescuing me and for this clothing, which will keep me much warmer in the winter than my beautiful gown. The Mad Hunter was forced to remain below the lake with the moon hag, but she did not kill him, because even reduced to just one hand, he was too useful a servant. Lo, he plotted the day he would emerge to once again hunt the wise princess and earn back his left hand. That is the story of how the crafty goblins rescued the wise princess from the Mad Hunter. Okay. There's something in here about... There's something to this story. There's definitely something there about the Mad Hunter wanting to come back and get his revenge on the goblins. And it's something to do with what they did with the mother. Maybe like this Mad Hunter entity was like possessing the mother and wanted this mother and wanted Marianne to do something, namely probably kill the children, but they foiled that plan, which obviously would enrage the hunter. They leave for several years, forcing the Mad Hunters to stay at this cabin, but now that they're back, the Mad Hunter is once again planning shit, as we saw him in the police station. That's my thought in the matter. Okay, what else do we have? Old Beaver, Ice King, Goblins, Ice Troll, Muskrat, and the Mad Hunter gets his hand back. Okay. The Mad Hunter gets his hand back. Once upon a time in a deep and cold lake near the ancient forest, there lived an old seal who was a powerful witch. After angering the Ice King, she had been bound to the lake, allowed only to venture out when the moon was full, and only looking like the hag she truly was. For years she dreamed of vengeance, all alone within the deep lake among the corpses of her many previous victims. One night she woke to see a black and hooded silhouette clawing to reach a beautiful gown full of stone. The human had delved far deeper into the lake than any land dweller should have been able to go. His tenacity and ferociousness impressed the moon hag. She decided he would be wasted in her statuary statuary of corpses. She used her magic to expel him, allowing him to breathe underwater, but also binding him to her service. You, she said, will be the instrument of my release and my revenge, for you and I together will kill the Ice King. The Moon Hag had never heard of the Mad Hunter. She did not know the power he wielded. She could only tell he was a hunter, and her lust for revenge blinded her to the threat he posed. She gifted him a hand of ice, which was not a nimble hand of flesh, but allowed him to serve her better than no hand at all. The Moon Hag spent years devising the perfect plan to kill the Ice King, and years more moving all the pieces into place to execute it. In the meantime, the Mad Hunter served her, guarding her chest of treasures and plotting his own plots. Finally, everything was prepared. The full moon rose and the Moon Hag stepped on land, giddy at the thought she would never have to leave again if it did not please her. She brought the Mad Hunter to his post, a jagged peak of ice and stone from which he would loose the arrow that would slay the Ice King. Before she could go, he put forward a proposal. Moon Hag, said the Mad Hunter, if you grow back my missing hand, I would be certain to hit the Ice King with my arrow. We will have only one shot, and I would hate to miss. You're a powerful witch, so you'll be able to craft ties to bind me to this place that I cannot break. The Moon Hag considered it. All right, I will grow back your hand and then bind you here with the ties that will not break. She cast a spell, and the Mad Hunter's hand of ice was replaced with a hand of flesh. As the witch left to complete the next part of her plan, the Mad Hunter grinned wickedly in the moonlight. After a short time, the Moon Hag returned, luring the Ice King into the Mad Hunter's line of sight. What is this about, Moon Hag? Asked the Ice King. Many a long year have you bound me to the lake, said the Moon Hag. Many a long year I have been alone in the dark. That ends tonight. She cast a powerful spell that made the Ice King slow to react, and then gave the signal. Mad Hunter, let your arrow fly. Nothing happened. She twitched nervously. Mad Hunter, she growled, let your arrow fly. Still nothing happened. The Ice King, meanwhile, was striding toward her, slow but furious. The Moon Hag fled, running first to the jagged peak of ice to stone to where her servant should have waited, but the peak was empty. The ties had been broken, and the Mad Hunter was gone. For in the end, he was the more powerful of the two, especially once he had two hands. When the Ice King finally caught the hag, his furious voice could be heard throughout the forest. For your wickedness you will be eternally bound to the lake. You will no longer be allowed to leave, not even under a full moon. The Moon Hag was imprisoned in the lake, and she never again tried to escape. This is how the Mad Hunter escaped the Moon Hag, and how he got his left hand back. Okay. Okay. Interesting. 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 I don't quite know how that one relates to what we got going. I feel like this is kind of like the story we're experiencing now, mayhaps, with the Mad Hunter making his return. I'm very interested. I'm very interested to see where this story goes. Did I start my timer, Dick? Table.
What to do with this?
It's a nice table.
Maybe someone would be willing to refinish it.
Really?
What's this doing down here? Is that gum?
Oh, gross.
Ugh. I guess that was probably me.
The big frog. Fish tank.
I completely forgot we had a pet vole for a few days.
A what now?
Poor Volcano. She was in rough shape when we found her. Good thing Marianne actually knew what she was doing with injured wildlife.
Oh, we remembering? We're remembering.
Lasagna! Lasagna!
Finish your salad first. Thank you, Tessa. You're a lifesaver.
Oh, don't worry about it. They're just leftovers from the restaurant.
What about Volcano? She needs to eat her lunch too.
Oh, you're quite right, love.
Ugh, she can have my corn.
Here you go, little one. You must be hungry too.
Looks like Tessa didn't have that broom up her ass back then.
Honestly, I don't think she ever did. I feel like Allison misremembered shit.
I guess it's finally time to take these pictures down.
Yeah. Still deciding what to do with them.
I mean, most of them are pretty happy memories.
I guess.
You look cute here.
That's not me. I mean, it is, but...
I'm sorry, but obviously I'm playing the game called Tell Me Why. And of course, my brother just randomly messaged me because of course he would see on Steam that I'm playing a game called Tell Me Why. I just got a random message from him. It just says, "Ain't nothing but a party." Of course. Anyway, so I'd share the neat little tidbit. I get it.
But not really. I get it.
It's just weird.
Understandable.
Seeing myself like that again. Damn. Didn't think a picture could throw me like this anymore.
I'm sorry. That sounds really rough.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm like 1,000 times better. But
That's
I've
good.
got a ways to go before I'm comfortable taking my shirt off.
Fair
Which
enough.
is why I'm scheduling my top surgery as soon as we sell this house. No more putting a binder on every morning. God, that sounds fucking amazing.
Yeah, totally. Just so you know, I'll be there to help out when you do. Whatever you need.
Thanks.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Real sibling shit.
What's your verdict, Ronan?
You know what? I'll keep a few. To remind us how far we've come.
Hell yeah. What was that, Eddie?
Oh man, I love this one.
Why do I look so pissed? I remember loving this.
Maybe because Marianne was sticking a camera in your face?
Yeah, that would explain it. Remember.
Come on, honey, smile like Allison.
Hold up your fish.
It's not my fish anymore. Allison stole it.
Alright. He's like, "Allison, what the fuck? You stole my fish."
My sister. The fish thief.
You were just being bratty.
Was I, though?
Yes. All I did was help clean it when we were out on the porch. Eddie had to force you to share.